Okay, I know you guys probably can't see me all that well, mostly for the fact that I'm actually in my room at the moment, not in the living room. I'm hoping to get an office soon, but whatever. So I'm just gonna post this to YouTube just to say what I'm actually going to be discussing in my first ever live stream. It's exciting. So I'm gonna be talking about some different topics, from the range from depression, to ADHD, and my horrible thing that I've had since I was born, basically, which is the autism. I know there's such things as autism awareness. Mm, They just make me feel less connected, if you know what I mean. Um, all throughout my high school and even my elementary school, I've always felt detached from everything, if you know what I mean. I've always felt left out of everything. Um, I've even, because I have sort of a big problem with some cleaning issues as well. I tend to, I guess this ties into my ADHD, but this I'm gonna mention now because I know I'm gonna forget later. Um, so I'm kind of the thing that ties in to my ADHD is, I guess, kind of started back in elementary school, probably when I was in fifth grade or sixth grade, because I was still at a place called Greendale, which is a public school, um, and there was 3 portables outside around the side of the school, and I was in the closest one to the gym. If you go right in that little side door, gym's right there, staring you in the face. But I remember, we did like this project, I guess, where we had to make like a big collage or something. I don't know what it was. All I remember is that it involved crayons. Oof. Involved crayons, and I lined them up specifically on the table of my desk in color coding. And some guy, I don't know I forget his last name, but his name, I'm going to mention it because he was a real jerk. He was a very real jerk. His name is Jacob. I don't know if you're watching this now, but you'll know which Jacob it is because I think you'll probably remember this, sir. When he stole a crayon. He kept stealing crayons off me. I remember with this hand's my non-dominant hand. My left hand is my non-dominant hand. I can't do anything with this hand. I slowly inch beside me, pick up a pair of scissors, kind of drop them into my other hand, and just go right into right here of his hand. And I can remember it went right through to the palm of the hand. He's screaming, blood's everywhere. I get called to the principal's office. Yeah. And there's also a little moment in the same elementary school where, this was basically the reason why, like, I had my hair to my waist. Like, hold on. I had my hair down to here and curly cued down. I always wear my hair up, like, sectioned like this, kind of. So it'd be like a big ponytail there and then the rest, the lower half down. I don't know which thing that is. I don't know what style that is, but tell me in the comments whatever you want. But this is the reason why I cut my hair to here. No, sorry, I cut my hair to here. because of these 3 girls. I forget the other one, because there was Jacqueline. I don't know any of their, like, I don't know any of their last names. I can't find them on social media to look them up for this video. Their names are Jacqueline, Sarah Ann. There was another girl who I guess was a year behind them. She looked younger than the 2 of them. She moved away, and this girl called Bonnie came. The 3 of them harassed me constantly. They are the reasons why I chop my hair to here. I just want to mention all that now, so it's out of my way. So yeah, that's fun. Next thing I want to talk about is probably the fact that in my second elementary school, which was Princess Margaret, another public school, this one actually had the Princess Margaret had 2 different autistic classes. An older kids classes from grade 6, grade 7, and grade 8. Graduate in grade 8, go to high school, sorry. And there's a younger class halfway across the school. The whole school is basically just a big box with a little center bit hollowed out for a little courtyard area, where you grow flowers and stuff like that. Anyway, they made me join the older kids class because of my autism, and probably my ADHD too. I think, and I'm gonna mention her because I can't find her on social media either. So there was this girl named Tamara Stewart. Now I was friends with her for a very long time. She's still my friend on Facebook. She doesn't have Instagram. I'm not even sure because I can't find her unless she's under some false name. And she kind of lost touch with me, and I went to Princess Margaret. And when I was because I came there around grade 4, I believe. No, sorry. No, halfway during grade 5. I was brought to that room, and in grade 7, halfway during grade 7, she transfers over. And of course, me and her act like best friends again. And this girl named Tasha Carroll, I think her last name was. She was a complete jerk. A jerk to me. Because all she wanted to do was ruin my life. That's all she wanted to do. End of story. Like, she did whatever she could, use whatever resources she had available or on her to ruin my life. Including taking away the only friend I had. After this happened, Tamara refused to even acknowledge me. She even refused to even be near me, hang out with me, ever. And that made me very upset. Every time I walked up to her, she'd either ignore me and walk away, or say, "Oh, sorry, no, I have plans with Tasha," or "I have plans to just read alone." I'm like, that just made me feel useless. That just made me feel worthless, you know? And yeah, all that was going on, and I didn't tell anyone about it because no one would really have cared, you know. and most of the kids in that class with me had worse problems than me. I remember there was someone who turned out to be my best friend. His name was Darren. Darren Chazon, and who was myself, Darren, and someone named Ryan. We're best friends. Like, I met Ryan at Greendale, I believe. No, sorry, scratch that. I have mental problems. Sorry. I met him in the Princess Margaret class, and the three of us were best friends the whole time. Even before Tasha, and even before Tamara came, and it just proved that, friends can help, and, there's a bunch of people in that class. There's at least 3 of them had major autistic challenges, I guess I could say. Sorry, I'm struggling for words. And Darren had a speech problem. He'd hear a word and he'd instantly get triggered. I remember another guy in our class, who was younger than me, who was like 1 year younger than me, kept provoking him, saying the word eat. Now, if I said, hey, do you want to go eat somewhere? Or do you want to go eat with Ryan later? He wouldn't care. He'd talk to you like in a normal, like, tone of voice. But before, in the elementary school, he'd go and make a big scene out of it. And he'd bang on the table, he'd freak out, and I was one of those who always was there for him. I was always comforting him. Unlike the 3 teachers, the teacher and the 2 EAs, unlike the 3 of them, they were forcing him to talk like that. I wasn't. Neither was Ryan. And this guy, Liam, he was kind of the same way, I guess. But they kind of acted different, if you know what I mean. He just was very closed off. And I knew him in high school too, because he was there 2 years after I got there. So yeah. The next thing I want to bring up is the high school moments. So, in high school, in grade 9, I was basically in a normal class, I guess you could say. And, normal homework, normal all that crap. And, well, it wasn't autism clearly, it was called something different. It was called School to Work program. And I only know of one high school that actually did it, and that was Stanford, where I went, sadly. And I guess in grade 9, I met a guy called Aaron, and I'm not gonna say, even though I know his last name, I'm not gonna say it out of due respect for the guy. He was my friend in grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. He met Ryan, who came to the college the year I did, same exact time I did, and I kind of made the 2 of them kind of meet each other, I guess, because I was always hanging around Ryan, and I guess Aaron walked up to me and said, "Hey, can I stay here or can I sit here with you guys?" And we're both like, sure, why not? So I guess that's kind of the reason why the three of us were friends. Then, because I only had one friend, and then in grade 10, there was a couple of people who just like Tasha had it out to completely get me. Their names were Michaela, and I forget the other girls. Oh, Alyssa Thorne. They were complete jackasses to me. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, I curse a lot in my videos. That's why they're not good for little kids. But yeah, they're complete jags. And I remember being in 3 of their classes, 2 of them in grade 11. No, sorry, grade 12. And I felt like they were always whispering about me behind their backs. I felt like everyone in that school were just talking about me behind my back, and that made me self-conscious. I didn't want to show it. Instead, I act stupid, and I completely act stupid, and I would not go to certain classes that I didn't want to go to, and instead I dip out to Pizza, or I dip out to Tim Hortons, and I just chill outside or in a stairwell alone, or I read my book in the library, and there's a lot of annoyances with that too. And I repeated grade 12 a second time I graduated. And my parents were both like, you're gonna try to get your grades up, blah 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 blah. You're gonna go for one extra year at least. Like, before college. I'm like, fuck you. Fine. So I do that. And then halfway through that, in September, there was this new class, I guess. And you'd go, it was only on Wednesdays. And you'd basically cut both the first period class and the second period class both in half. So the second half of the first period was basically the regular class, and then the second half of the first class was that weird ass class. I forget what it's called now, but the second class, which ran from 9:30, I believe, to 11:20, 11:05 or something like that. Sorry, 11:15. They'd cut that in half, and the first half of the second class and the second half of the first class were merged together to create that new class. I hated it, mostly for the fact that I couldn't do anything. Like, I'd work on something from one of my other classes. The teacher would come over and say, no, you're not working on that, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, fine, I'll read my book, God. So I pick up my book. Teacher, what does it do? Teacher just confiscates it. I'm like, excuse me? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here, look pretty? Go like, just staring at the fucking clock for God knows how freaking long? Nah. Hell nah. Hell nah, I'm not doing that. So I just started going to Pizza. Like, I just started going to sitting there in Pizza. I had my book, I had my wallet, I had everything that I needed, coat, car keys, whatever, I'd go up to the counter, get myself a slice of pizza and a pop, sit down, I'd eat while I was reading my book or playing on my phone or whatever. The only problem was there was no Wi-Fi. That was fine. That was fine because I would have taken that out of a stupid class. So that went fine. And then halfway during that bit, I met someone named Alyssa Beckwith. Now, she was already friends with a couple of other people before she met me. So I felt like, she's only friends with me to pity me. Or she's only friends with me to, be, to hurt me or whatever. To ridicule me or whatever, laugh at me. Then myself and one of her friends, her name was Jade, I never actually found out her last name. Me and her were friends as well as Alyssa. But when Jade kind of assumed that I was taking Alyssa away from her, she just started acting salty to me. Even when I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I'm not taking Alyssa away from you. You have the whole fucking week with her. I only get one fucking day with her. Chill. Just take a fucking chill pill. Like, jeez. Like, I only had one day with her. Not even a day. Like, only like half hour with her. Because me and her would go to Starbucks instead of to Pizza for that one little stupid dumb class. You had no choice but to go because they kind of did a actual attendance, but it never counted. And since I was already graduated, lo and behold, that didn't do anything for me. I wouldn't get graded on it because they couldn't do anything. I could go out. I could just stand up during a class, walk to Tim Hortons, go get tea, come back to the class, and just go, or just eat food in a class, and the teacher couldn't say anything because they knew that I was already graduated, so they couldn't say anything. So that was fun. Where the Starbucks used to be, was actually a 7-Eleven, and it closed, unfortunately. But I love the place. Like, I legit love the place. So yeah, that was fun. And also, I also want to talk about a few other things, but I think that can wait for my live stream tomorrow at 11:30. I'll also have the link. I'll put the link down in the description of this video when it comes out. So I will actually do the live stream, but then I will actually publish it. I will actually put it on my channel so that you guys can see it too. Without, if you can't do live streams, no big deal. Just go on my channel and watch it. You don't have to do anything with that. I will be answering related questions in the live stream too. So I will see you guys later. I'm not one of those to say, I'm not one of those YouTubers to say, oh, please subscribe, ring that bell, blah 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 blah. I don't care. I honestly don't care. I know my channel's not going to be big. I know it's not. So yeah, without further ado, bye guys!